What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And today we're making quick shrimp rasta pasta recipe in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe with it if you have not, and turn on your post notification so you won't miss any other uploads. And for all I'm returning goodie, and I don't know some love or when I'm ready for cook, come on, let's cook. Alright, my fabulous love bug goodies, let's cook. Alright, we're going to start off with our shrimp here. Our shrimp that we're using today, these are tiger shrimp. I am definitely going to add some more shrimp later on because this is not enough for the amount of people that I'm going to be cooking for today. But I'll show you those shrimp later. Alright, so we're going to add some curry powder, jerk season, garlic. I'm using some Maggi season here. I also have some grounded ginger. Onion and garlic powder, black pepper and salt for flavor, and then we're going to be, of course, the star guy or the star girl or pasta. I'm using the rigatino pasta. This is Italian pasta. You could always change that out and use whatever you like, okay? Now, as far as your veggies are concerned, bell pepper is also the star of the show, so we're going with orange and yellow, red and green, and you could always leave what you don't like out. It tastes the same, it's just the color that is different. Scallion and thyme, onion. I have a pepper here, and I'm going to be adding some fresh parsley at the very end, and we're going to need some coconut cream. All right, I'm using maybe about a cup and a half here, but let's get started. Now, in a pot, we are going to add some salt, half a teaspoon of salt or as needed. And then I'm adding some oil, maybe about a tablespoon of oil or as needed. And then you go in and you add your pasta. You're going to allow this pasta to cook for about 7 minutes. And then you're going to remove it from the stovetop, okay? Because you don't want it to be overcooked. Now, we're going to go ahead and get our shrimp ready. So what I'm going to do here is add just a little bit of oil and a stick of butter. Butter, baby, make everything taste better, all right? So go ahead and add a stick of butter here, and we're going to add about a tablespoon of the chopped garlic. We're going to give this a nice little combination, right, so. And after we have melted the butter, it don't have to melt all the way through. Just be sure that you have your butter, your garlic, and your little oil in your pot. And then you are going to add in the shrimp right here, okay? We're going to season the shrimp inside of this butter, right? So we go ahead and add our tiger shrimp in, and of course you could use any other shrimp that you like. But I did add another shrimp. No, I don't remember the shrimp name, but I did add it in, okay? They're smaller shrimp, and I believe these are, I think these are cooked shrimp. I think these are cooked shrimp, y'all. I have this in my freezer, and I decided to go ahead and add this in, but the tiger shrimp is uncooked. Now, I'm using my seafood seasoning, my Red Lobster seafood seasoning here, and a little bit of paprika to color up my shrimp, all right? You could use any other seafood seasoning like Old Bay or anything else or whatever, right? And then that's all I did because I'm not going to over season the shrimp here because I'm going to add seasonings into my veggies. Very, very seasoned, okay? So that's all you need as far as your shrimp is concerned. And we don't want to overcook these shrimp, y'all, because we're going to add it into the pasta, and the heat from the pasta is going to cook it again. And if it's overcooked, it's going to get really, really rubbery. So I'll say maybe about 3 minutes here. You go ahead and you sit them aside. Now, in that beautiful smelling delicious flavored shrimp butter something, you go ahead and add about two tablespoons of flour, okay? And you want to combine the flour into that. And what we're doing here is making a little paste, a little thickener here. So we're going to allow this flour paste to cook for about 45 seconds to 60 seconds here, right? Now, after you have achieved that, remember we had our coconut cream earlier. Your coconut cream, coconut milk, whatever you want to call it, coconut cream, coconut milk. We're going to go in and we're going to add it in here. Now, for some of you that say, oh, I don't want to use coconut cream, this is let us say flavor, authentic flavor, this is the best way to go. But if you don't want to go with that, you could use whip. Okay, but I suggest that you go ahead and use this, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and combine this nicely, and our fire, y'all, needs to be at a medium heat. Now, after you've done that, you want to go in and add your jerk seasoning here. Okay, now you could make your own jerk season. For those of you that complain about the bottled one, you could use a powdered one too. You could make it at in your own kitchen. Just make your own season. It's very easy to make jerk season. I do have a couple of recipes to show you guys how to do it, and I'll try to list one of those recipes down in the description box for you guys. Okay, just be sure that you combine your seasonings with everything else that you got going on here. And after you have done that, go in and add in your beautifully prepared veggies into that mix. Let me tell you something. When you talk about flavor, alright, so we are talking about flavor, okay? Now, what you want to do though, for sure, once you go in and you add your veggies, your vegetables, your bell peppers and your onions and all that stuff, make sure you combine it really well into the sauce. But we are going to go in and we're going to season up this thing because it doesn't have any flavor yet, only the shrimp flavor, that because you cooked the shrimp in it earlier, right? So we want to go in and we want to season these veggies. So once that pasta hits it, that pasta is already filled with nothing but flavor, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in and add our curry powder. I'm using jerk curry powder, the Ocherius jerk curry powder, but you don't have to use the one if you don't have it. Add some salt for flavor as needed and add some black pepper as well. Now we're going to go in and add some onion powder, and you want to go in, of course, and balance it out by using your garlic powder here. Now for more added flavor, what I decided to do was go in and use some grounded ginger. The grounded ginger not only gives it flavor, but it's also going to balance out the curry powder. I'm also adding some Maggi all-purpose seasoning here. And that's all I added here and combined everything together. Now, one thing that I did add into it, and I don't know what happened to the clip, y'all. I did add a little bit of vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar. I don't know what happened to it. The clip just disappeared. But go ahead and add some vinegar to it. Maybe a teaspoon of vinegar, if that much. All right, so then next we want to go in now and add in our pasta here. And then you add your shrimp on top here, and then you go in and add your fresh parsley. Now if you don't have fresh parsley, that's okay, because I've used dried parsley many times. Go in and add your fresh or dried parsley to the mix, and this is what you have here. Now with your fire, be sure that your fire is still at a medium heat, okay, because you don't want everything, you don't want it to stick in the bottom of the pot. So, and you don't want it to cook extremely fast, because then again your shrimp is in jeopardy. All right, you don't want these shrimp to be overcooked. We're going to let this go for another 3 minutes. Remember, you cooked your shrimp earlier for 3 minutes. All you're doing here is having it cook for 3 minutes, because you don't want your veggies to disappear. You want your veggies to be nice and crisp still, because I like it crisp, okay? And you want the shrimp not to be rubbery and dry out and all them something that tough and all them no. Just go ahead and let it do for 3 minutes. I like to spin it up, just keep spinning and mixing and all that stuff for that extra 3 minutes. I don't walk away and leave it on the stove top, because I don't want it to fall apart, right? So this is it, y'all. This is it. I hope you did find this recipe rather interesting. Please go ahead and hit that like button for me. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Bring them, come and send them, come goodie. I am waiting. And when you get done doing all of that, tell me what you want to see me cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy. Never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong.